Continue to post meeting information and materials on the city's website. The meeting will now come to order, and I ask the clerk to call the roll.
Councilmember Gruber. Here. Councilmember Lightfoot.
Present, ma'am.
Councilmember Lupien.
I believe she's here.
Okay.
Yep.
Councilmember Martin.
Here.
Councilmember Monroe.
Here.
Councilmember Patterson.
Here.
Councilmember Smith. Here. Vice President Harris is excused. President Melendez.
Here.
Thank you.
So this month I ask everyone to please join me in a moment of silence for Sam Norquist, a transgender man who was tortured and killed far too close to home for us here in Rochester. As diversity, equity, and inclusion come under attack at the federal level, we must band together and fight all injustices against the most underserved members of our community. And in a month where we celebrate Black history, we must remember that diversity is our greatest strength. What happened to Sam is beyond words. He was a partner, a son, a brother, and a member of this community. In these trying times, it is crucial that we remember the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Please all join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Councilmember Lightfoot, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? At this time, I'd like to invite my colleagues to the podium for tonight's recognitions. Very exciting to see a packed room. This month, as part of Black History Month, we are taking the opportunity to celebrate Black achievement in the city of Rochester and provide a fresh reminder to take stock of where racism persists and give visibility to the people and organizations creating change here in our community. We are going to start with the members of the Divine Nine and begin by calling up the executive team from the Rochester Sigmas of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Can you please join us in the front? Let's give it up for them as they come up. The Divine Nine has played a crucial role in Black history by fostering leadership, scholarship, and activism within the African American community. During Black History Month, their legacy is celebrated for shaping social change, uplifting communities, and empowering generations of Black leaders. We are honored to recognize the Rochester Sigmas of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated and want to celebrate your achievements and all the hard work that you have put into Rochester, that you have invested in proudly serving our community for over 35 years. Rochester City Council would like to further acknowledge you for truly embodying your motto, culture for service, service for humanity, and effecting a positive change here in Rochester. Thank you all for your efforts. So next, can all of the executive board members of all the Zetas of Rochester come up front? So we are honored tonight to recognize, excuse me, I hit the wrong button. We are honored tonight to recognize the prodigious Psi Omega Zeta chapter of the Xi Theta Zeta Phi Beta, the tongue twisters, I tell you, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, who have proudly been serving Rochester since 2011. In addition, the Theta Alpha Zeta chapter of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, who have also been proudly serving the greater Rochester area for more than 4 decades. We want to celebrate your constant dedication and consistency in our city and your investments in our children. You're an example of finer womanhood and elegance. Thank you for your efforts and your commitment to our community. We have many important people to acknowledge this month, so we're going to keep the show going. Next, can the members of the Black Storytelling League of Rochester Incorporated and community members please join us in the front? We have so many members in our community contributing to our local Black history and storytelling. In honor of Black History Month, we need to take a moment to highlight the hard work and dedication you have shown to keep our Black history at the forefront by storytelling throughout our community. Each day you all work hard to preserve and share the rich, diverse experiences of Black community through literature, film, music, and oral traditions. Your voices challenge stereotypes, celebrate cultural heritage, and inspire future generations by ensuring that the stories, Black stories, are heard, honored, and remembered. The members of City Council want to acknowledge you and recognize you as important, impactful community members in the City of Rochester. We want to extend our sincere appreciation for your great accomplishments in serving your community over the years, and thank you for honoring all of the lives of those who came before us. Thank you. Black maternal health is a critical concern in Rochester, where black women are 50% more likely to experience life-threatening childbirth complications and 3 times more likely to have an infant die in their first year compared to white women. This number is alarming and preventable. Addressing these disparities is essential, and we are lucky to have here in Rochester a robust community of advocates working to ensure equitable health care outcomes for all mothers and infants in our community. I'd like to call up to the front our black doula and maternal health community. If you are here as a representative of the Healthy Baby Network, Royalty Birth Services, Rochester Black Doula Collaborative, Greater Rochester Health Foundation, or an independent maternal health advocate, please join us. Black maternal health in Rochester is strengthened by the resilience of black mothers and the dedication of all you standing here today. You are community health advocates, doulas, lactation consultants, funders, and most importantly, advocates working to expand access to culturally responsive care. We believe you are a pillar in our community because you work tirelessly and continuously to push and educate, mobilize, and transform our systems to support mothers and their families. We shed light on your efforts because you are a beacon of hope in our community, and we hope this recognition conveys our gratitude for the work that you do. It is also my hope personally that we can work towards a black maternal birthing center here in our city. With gratitude, we appreciate all of you and the work that you're doing. Thank you. We're breaking the record for recognitions tonight. We're going to keep going. So Vice President Harris was not able to be here tonight, but one of the things that she was very adamant about was also celebrating American Heart Month. So Black History and American Heart Month are both observed in February, and today we intersect and highlight the importance of black health and wellness. Local data demonstrates that African Americans in Monroe County are almost twice as likely to die from heart disease than their white counterparts. Today we are raising awareness about the heart health disparities and moving forward a call to action to promote preventative care, healthy living, and equitable access to cardiovascular health care in black communities. We want to recognize a few groups of people for their stellar work to ensure health of residents here in Monroe County and the city of Rochester and advance equitable heart health outcomes for all. Can the following individuals please join us in the front? So we have the City of Rochester's Wellness Team, Rochester Regional Health representatives, URMC's Cardiac Care Team, Common Ground Health and Wellness Team. Please join us. Celebrating heart health means recognizing the strength of our communities to prioritize wellness, advocate for better healthcare access, and embrace heart-healthy traditions. On behalf of the citizens of Rochester, Rochester City Council is recognizing you for American Heart Month due to your dedication to the wellness and health of the city residents. With growing initiatives in preventative care, community-led health programs, and increased awareness, you are actively working to improve cardiovascular health and close disparities for a stronger, healthier future. You are an essential part of our everyday life, the work that we do in this community, and we'd like to give you your roses here and acknowledge you for what you have done to support our community. Thank you very much. So next, all of the Rock Against Gun Violence 2024-2025 Youth Scholarship recipients and those who are accepting on the behalf of the students, please come and join us to the front. So as we close out Black History Month acknowledgements, we look to the future of Rochester and the youth that will shape our city over the decades to come. At this time, I'd like to invite my colleague, Councilmember Lightfoot, the Chair of Public Safety Committee, and also the Chair of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President, and good evening to each and every one of you. I pray that all of you are well and that your families are well. This is a very exciting opportunity for we, as we are all well aware of gun violence has been a pervasive issue in our community. As a response to this gun violence, the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, which is housed under the umbrella of the City Council Public Safety Committee, turned to the members of our community that are highly impacted by the violence, but not often consulted on how to solve the issue. Our youth. One of the results of this centering of our youth was to create the creation of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition 2024-2025 Youth Scholarship, which is sponsored by the Greater New York Revitalization. On behalf of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, these 5 exemplary Rochester City School District students have been selected by a serious process that we had. We had 14 applicants, and these were the 5 that were selected to receive the scholarship. Their commitment to their academic future by planning to pursue a college degree is commendable. For their submissions, each of the recipients responded to this question: if you could implement one solution to address gun violence in the city of Rochester, what would you choose and how would you carry it out? Each of these students offered poignant solutions through their essays and video submissions that outlined their vision for addressing gun violence in the city of Rochester, including the expansion of outreach initiatives for at-risk youth, increasing youth mentorship programs, and even boosted investment in youth sports programming. On behalf of the citizens of Rochester, we are honored to take this opportunity to highlight, celebrate, and amplify your scholarship. Your bright minds and academic ambitions inspire hope for the future of our city, and we wish you well for all of your future endeavors. Individuals like you are what makes the city of Rochester exceptional. Go ahead. Give it. So I want to take the opportunity to, first of all, say, are there any Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition members in the building, the chambers today? If you would just wave your hand. Yeah, give it up for. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize the youth committee under the leadership of Ruth Reeves, who's standing over there, Septimus Scott, who's on his way, and for you getting the big check, that's not, you can't take that to the bank. So the real check is on the way, so make sure you don't leave until you see Mr. Scott. And we want to thank him and his organization for making this possible through the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition. Also to my legislative aide, Andre Gully, was a part of the selection committee as well. The vice chair is Commissioner Griffin, who is with us here, is the vice chair of the coalition. And I'm gonna tell you, there is always people in the background who really don't get a lot of the attention or applause, but really make the machine work, and that is Dassy. Dassy is the hero of the Rock Against Gun Violence. Stand up, Dassy. Like, I'm serious. She is the real hero of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, the glue that keeps everything together. She is amazing. She is talented, and I appreciate her assistance. And of course, give it up for all of City Council and the Public Safety Committee, for all of the council members that have supported all of the work of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition for the last 8 years. But this is about these young people. And these young people, and we're gonna hopefully figure out a way where we can post their submissions so you can see the ideas that they have and that they created that they want to utilize, many of which I would give it up for the mayor and his administration that we're already doing. A lot of these ideas that they have are right on spot with some of the work that we're already doing. But there's more that we always can do, of course, right? Because until there's zero violence in our community, the work is not done, right? So the work continues. But I want to give it up again. Thank President Miguel Melendez, who's also on the committee and chairs the advocacy portion of our committee, as well as Vice President Harris, who is also a committee member on the coalition as well, and she chairs the media committee. So again, with all of these people working collectively along with all of our coalition partners that try to make our city safe. So we like to pass out each one of the larger checks. Again, you can't take these ones to the but once again, we give it up to our young people and their families, because these young people are going to college. They're either already accepted into college or they're on their way to college. And for all of our college people out there, every dime counts, right? Right, every dime could help. So give it up once again. Any of our coalition members who are here, can you come up with us and take this picture with us? Any of our, I think Dr. Shiley, I think I've seen in the house too. Any of our coalition members, there she is. Any of our coalition members, Deb, I've seen a few. Louis, come on up and take this picture with us. All of our coalition members, come on, give it up for the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition and the first scholarship recipients of 2024-2025.
And for our final recognition this evening, this is to a team who was recently recognized on the Today Show. Can we have Ben Gagno and Race Eberhardt please come up to the front? So on behalf of the City of Rochester and Rochester City Council, it is with immense pride and admiration that we recognize Ben Gagno, the writer behind the action movie Straight Undercover, and Race Eberhardt, who made history as the first actor with Down syndrome to star in a leading role in a groundbreaking action film. So now everyone has to go home and find this film. I'm going to say it again, Straight Undercover. Your dedication and talent have not only created a compelling film, but have also shattered barriers, proving that inclusion has no bounds. Together you are transforming the landscape of film and setting an extraordinary example for future generations. Thank you for trailblazing. Thank you for your contributions to both the arts and inclusivity. Thank you. So before we move on to our general business, we welcome everyone to stay. But if you wanted to leave, this would be probably the best time of the meeting to do so. So next we have the approval of the minutes by Councilmember Smith.
Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting on January 28th, 2025 be approved as published in the official sheets of the proceedings.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
The following documents are hereby directed to be received and filed. The mayor submits the following: delinquent receivables report for the month ending December 31st, 2024. The council submits disclosure of interest forms from Vice President Harris on introductories number 33, 58, and 59, and Councilmember Lupien on introductory numbers 58 and 59.
Thank you. These documents will be received and filed. It is time for the presentation and reference of petitions and any other communications. Are there any petitions? Hearing none, we will move on to the introduction of and action upon local laws, ordinances, and resolutions. There is a statement of necessity before us this month. Earlier this month, I submitted a statement of necessity related to introductory number 61 for a resolution appointing a marriage officer. Per the City Council rules, the council may vote upon a resolution without reference to or discharge from a committee, standing committee, if it is accompanied by a statement of necessity of immediate passage signed by the council president. I will now take a motion and a second to consider introductory number 61. It's been moved.
Second.
And seconded. Any discussion on this matter? Seeing none, we'll move to adopt introductory number 61. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber.
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot.
Yes, ma'am.
Councilmember Lupien.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin.
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe.
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Vice President Harris. President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Chairperson Patterson, the Neighborhoods, Jobs, and Housing Committee report, please.
To the council, the Neighborhoods, Jobs, and Housing Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 33, amending the 2024-2025 budget and authorized agreements for the Affordable Housing Rehabilitation Program. Introductory number 34, amending the municipal code pertaining to the city's sale of unbuildable vacant residential lots. Introductory number 36, authorizing agreements for the Remain Revitalization Fund for Main Street. Introductory number 37, authorizing appropriations, a loan agreement, the sale of real estate, and a payment of lieu of taxes agreement for the Gardner Lost Affordable Housing Project, forever known for many in the city of Rochester as Tent City. Introductory number 38, authorizing a lease agreement for rooftop space at 900 East Main Street. Introductory number 387, authorizing a purchase option agreement for the development of a Joseph Avenue Performing Arts Center as amended. The Neighborhood Jobs and Housing Committee recommends for consideration the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 35, authorizing the sale of 160 Clifton Street. The Neighborhood Jobs and Housing Committee recommends the following entitled legislation to be held in committee. Introductory number 39, resolution approving the appointment to the Zoning Board of Appeals. This report is respectfully submitted by Council members Mitch Gruber, Kimberly Smith, Vice President Lachey D. Harris, President Miguel A. Melendez Jr., and myself, Michael A. Patterson.
Thank you, Chairperson Patterson. That report will be received, filed, and published, and will proceed with the vote. Introductory number 33, amending the 2024-25 budget and authorizing an agreement for an affordable housing rehabilitation program. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 34, amending the municipal code pertaining to the city's sale of unbuildable vacant residential lots. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 35, authorizing the sale of 160 Clifton Street. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 36, authorizing agreements for the Main Revitalization Fund for Main Street program. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 37, authorizing appropriations, a loan agreement, the sale of real estate, and a payment in lieu of taxes agreement for the Gardner's Loft Affordable Housing Project. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 38, authorizing a lease agreement for rooftop space at 900 East Main Street. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 387, authorizing a purchase option agreement for the development of a Joseph Avenue Performing Arts Center as amended. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I will now read the People, Parks, and Public Works Committee report into the record. To the Council, the People, Parks, and Public Works Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 40, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $94,000 bonds of said city to finance the Carter Street Art Center roof replacement. Introductory number 41, authorizing a grant agreement for the Public Safety Building Lobby Floor Replacement Project. Introductory number 42, authorizing an agreement for the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Park Phase 4 project. Introductory number 44, authorizing the sale of abandoned portion of Blossom Road. Introductory number 45, appropriating funds and authorizing agreements for the 2024 Preventative Maintenance Project. Introductory number 46, appropriating funds and authorizing agreement for the 2025 Preventative Maintenance Project. Introductory number 47, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $1,500,000 bonds of said city to finance the 2025 Preventative Maintenance Project for Culver Road, Monroe Avenue to Atlantic Avenue, and University Avenue, North Goodman Street to Culver Road. Introductory number 48, resolution authorizing the implementation and funding, in the first instance, 100% of the federal aid and state Marchicelli program aid eligible costs of the Culver Road and University Avenue PM Transportation Federal Aid Project and appropriating funds therefore. Introductory number 49, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $3,451,000 bonds of said city to finance the 2025 residential mailing and resurfacing project. Introductory number 50, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $437,000 bonds of said city to finance the 2025 residential mailing and resurfacing project. Introductory number 51, authorizing a mandatory agreement for the 2025 residential mailing and resurfacing project. Introductory number 52, resolution endorsing the Rochester Extreme Heat Plan. Introductory number 53, authorizing an agreement related to the evaluation of the person in crisis team. The People, Parks, and Public Works Committee recommends for consideration the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 43, amending the official map by abandoning a portion of Blossom Road right-of-way. This report was respectfully submitted by Council members Willie J. Lightfoot, Mary Lupian, Michael Patterson, Vice President Lachey D. Harris, and myself, Miguel A. Melendez Jr. So that report will be received, filed, and published, and we will proceed with the vote. Introductory number 40, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $94,000 bonds of said city to finance the Carter Street Art Center roof replacement. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber.
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot.
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin.
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe.
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith. Vice President Harris is excused. President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries. Introduction number 41, authorizing agreement for the Public Safety Building Lobby Floor Replacement Project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 42, authorizing agreement for the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Park Phase 4 project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 44, authorizing the sale of an abandoned portion of Blossom Road. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 45, appropriating funds and authorizing agreements for the 2024 Preventative Maintenance Project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 46, appropriating funds and authorizing an agreement for the 2025 Preventative Maintenance Project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
President Melendez, did you skip 43? That 43 and 4 were sandwiched together, and I think we skipped 43. The official map.
Excuse me, yes, I believe we may have missed that one. My apologies.
Okay.
So we are going to loop back to introductory number 43, amending the official map by abandoning a portion of Blossom Road right-of-way. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for that.
President Melendez, I have a question.
Yes, Councilmember Lupian?
On 46 that we just voted on, the Federal Highway Administration, we anticipate reimbursements. Do we expect that to be affected by the recent changes in the administration?
We don't know yet.
Thank you.
Introductory number 47, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $1,500,000 bonds of said city to finance the 2025 preventative maintenance project for Culver Road, Monroe Avenue to Atlantic Avenue, and University Avenue, North Goodman Street to Culver Road. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber,
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian, Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith, Vice President Harris is excused, President Melendez.
Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Introductory number 48, a resolution authorizing the implementation and funding in the first instance, 100% of the federal aid and state Marchicelli program aid eligible costs of the Culver Road and University Avenue PM Transportation Federal Aid Project and appropriating funds therefore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 49, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $3,451,000 bonds of said city to finance the 2025 residential milling and resurfacing project. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber,
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith, Vice President Harris is excused, President Melendez.
Yes. Motion
Thank you.
carries. Introductory number 50, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $437,000 bonds of said city to finance the 2025 residential milling and resurfacing project. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber,
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith, Vice President Harris is excused, President Melendez.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Introductory number 51, authorizing a mandatory agreement for the 2025 residential milling and resurfacing project. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 52, a resolution endorsing the Rochester Extreme Heat Plan. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 53, authorizing an agreement related to the evaluation of the person in crisis team. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 43, amending the official map by abandoning a portion of Blossom Road right-of-way. We already did this. It's out of order. My apologies. We will skip that over, and I will ask Chairperson Gruber the Budget, Finance, and Governance Committee report, please.
To the Council, the Budget, Finance, and Governance Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introduction number 54, a resolution approving a reappointment to the Civil Service Commission. Introduction number 55, authorizing an agreement and amending the 24-25 budget related to the Climate Action Plan. Introduction number 56, authorizing mandatory agreements for the Neighborhood Ambassadors Program. Introduction number 57, authorizing the cancellation or refund of erroneous taxes and charges. Introduction number 58, a resolution authorizing an exception to the 24-25 debt limit for the Rochester City School District purposes. Introduction number 59, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $17,020,000 bonds of said city to finance the costs of improvements to specified city school district buildings. And introduction number 18, authorizing agreements related to the Racial and Structural Equity Race Commission's recommendations as amended. The Budget, Finance, and Governance Committee recommends the following title legislation to be held in committee. Introductory number 60, authorizing agreements for violence prevention services. This report was respectfully submitted by Councilmember Stanley Martin, Councilmember Bridget Monroe, Council Vice President Lachey Harris, Council President Miguel Melendez, and myself, Mitch Gruber.
Thank you, Chairperson Gruber. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 54, a resolution approving a reappointment to the Civil Service Commission. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 55, authorizing an agreement and amending the 2024-25 budget related to the Climate Action Plan. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 56, authorizing a mandatory agreements for the Neighborhood Ambassadors Program. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 57, authorizing the cancellation or refund of erroneous taxes and charges. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 58, a resolution authorizing an exception to the 2024-25 debt limit for Rochester City School District purposes. There are two disclosures for this item, one from Council Vice President Harris, who's not here, and the other from Councilmember Lupien, as they're both employed by the Rochester City School District. They're only required to disclose this information, and they may participate in the discussion and the vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Introductory number 59, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $17,020,000 bonds of said city to finance the cost of improvements to specified city school district buildings. Same disclosure for Vice President Harris and Councilmember Lupien, but they may participate in discussion and the vote. This will require a roll call.
Councilmember Gruber,
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot,
Yes.
Councilmember Lupien,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Monroe,
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith, Vice President Harris is excused, President Melendez.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Introductory number 18, authorizing mandatory agreements related to the Racial and Structural Equity Commission's recommendations as amended. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Miscellaneous business, I believe Councilmember Martin had a question.
Yes, thank you, President Melendez. So my question is to you, Mayor Evans. With the recent New York Court of Appeals ruling that now allows for the public to foil for unsubstantiated disciplinary records, how does that impact the city? Are you planning to follow the law? Are you planning
It's
to?
a very simple question. We follow the law.
So you're planning to now, because previously we know there were some issues around that.
When we get a court ruling, unlike some folks in this country and some folks in this city, we follow the law. So if we lose a court case, even if we don't like it, we have to follow it.
Okay, so
and because we all take an oath to the Constitution, and whatever the court says when it's taken up to the highest court, and we lose, we take the loss, and we have to follow whatever the court tells us to do, and that's what we will do.
amazing.
Because if you don't, I think you should not be in elected office. So we will follow.
You will follow the law.
Whatever the court tells us to do, we will do.
So this,
even if we don't like it.
thank you. So this brings me to my next question regarding the Anthony Hall situation, where the public, the media, has requested the body camera footage of the arrest that night, and the city has refused to turn over that footage. Can you explain your legal reasoning for that? Because I read why, and to me.
Yeah, I can explain it. I'm not a lawyer. I'll turn that over to the Corporation Counsel. And in fact, I have to take a leave because I have another event. Mr. Corporation Counsel, I'll turn that over to you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mayor. Yeah, I'm happy to share with you the response we got to the administrative appeal of that FOIL denial. It has to do with the portion of the public officers law that allows the city to withhold records if we believe release will interfere with a pending investigation or judicial proceeding. And so based on our information at the time of the appeal, that's what we believed. We, of course, reassess that as time goes on. So that's the basis, but I'm happy to share that letter with you.
Absolutely. And I know previously when there was a situation like this, the city had to pay an attorney who was seeking body camera footage $50,000. Are there any fiscal concerns about going through this legal process again? As I understand now, the city is being sued regarding the failure to release this footage.
We were served with an Article 78 this week about the issue. And of course, there's risks anytime there's litigation. And so we take those into consideration as we're deciding how to deal with the entire picture.
Thank you. So going back to the New York Court of Appeals case, it's my understanding that the city is also going to have to pay attorney's fees to NYCLU?
That's not the case, no.
Okay. That's helpful. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Patterson.
2 comments, one a local issue, the second a national issue. The first comment is an amazing public servant retired this month in the person of Patty Guttaro, who led our library. It was my hope that she would come, but she didn't, and I can certainly understand it because that is a hardworking individual, and it was my absolute unmitigated pleasure to work with her every chance I got an opportunity to while she was in service. So Patty, thank you for your service to this community, and please enjoy your retirement.
Councilmember Patterson. Councilmember Patterson.
Yes.
I would just add that Patty is going to be coming to Chambers next month. She has been invited.
Okay.
But she just retired, so requested for next
Okay,
month.
no problem. I saw her on the list, and I couldn't let that go by without saying something. So that was that. And this is one that I'm going to comment on that I am loath to do so because I usually firmly avoid wading into national issues from council. And yet, we just recently passed the shameful and horrible invasion of Ukraine by Russia. The only reason that the Russian state currently exists is because of the commitment of the United States government, our NATO allies, and the undoubtable courage of the Ukrainian people. I find it personally shameful that the current president of the United States would make common cause with an invading country in the form of Russia. That though this president has seemed to have had past problems with fact, to refer to the president of Ukraine as a dictator and to state that he started the war with Russia when it was clearly a fact that the Russians invaded Ukraine is shameful. The notion that one man could flip American foreign policy over 80 years of loyalty and collaboration on its head, that he would cast our nation into disrepute across the world, that our word means nothing, is beyond the pale. Thank you.
Hate to end on a somber note, but with no further business, we stand adjourned.